Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Alright, so we are going to jump into a contract today. However, I've had a bit of a think between videos. We're only one day off being able to get Cheese Goblin and our Warhammer back online, so I think that is actually going to be something that we go for just to give us the best situation possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go ahead and
we're almost completely out of cash.
Pause a day. That's all
hey,
good.
Boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Okay, so it looks like I might have hit that pause. There was a funny little thing there. That's actually skipped 2 days. Not quite exactly what I was after, but you know what, that's fine. It's not worth fussing over. So, either way, that does mean that we have improved our morale. So we're now sitting at Spirited. So extra resolve. Definitely not a bad thing. And we've also got Cheese Goblin and that Warhammer online. So let's go ahead and we're going to pick up this assassination mission for the pirates. We're going to go ahead and go for maximum salvage. 7 and 31 is quite respectable. 2.5 skulls. We can expect to get some decent mech tonnage from this. And if we're lucky, we could take home a decent amount. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring our Marauder, because again, salvage is the game today. I think we'll also go ahead and bring... do we bring our other PPC our other Marauder, since we're going to have so much resolve? I think the answer is going to be yes. And then let's drop that Centurion, and I think we'll still keep the Catapult, but what we will do is bring our Warhammer. We'll give this a shot. We've got an ER PPC, some medium pulses, LRMs, and we'll see how this plays. I'm not sure if it's going to be perfect, but it's certainly, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be bad. Also too, yes, that TTS +3 accuracy, that's going to make this ERPPC hit quite well. And we do have those optimized capacitors, so that should be very nice. So, let's bring that along. In our other Marauder, let's throw on in, I think Cheese Goblin is the call. Yeah, I think that's the choice. He has that 9 tactics, which is what we want for the, what does it call it? The mastery for the shooting. And then, you know what, we'll have breaching shot. Let's go ahead and we'll test out our new mech. Big man can stay on the catapult. I think that works out well. We're in the polar biome, so heat should not be too much of an issue for us. So let's see how this all rolls out.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
Alrighty, so our objective is to destroy the target and escape. Commander, we need an immediate deployment. We've been in pursuit of local government terrorists for months, and we've finally tracked them to this planet. They've gone to ground, but earlier today one of our orbital units spotted them moving on the surface. This is the first verified sighting we've had of the target, and we want you to bring them down immediately before they're able to slip away again. There hasn't been time to do a full survey of the AO, so you're going in blind. Alright, well, as Oliveira says, it's hard for me to overstate what a terrible idea it is to go into a mission with no terrain intel. There could be anything down there. That is true, but we are taking good salvage today, and I think we have decent preparation. Alright, this is the place, Commander. My, can you see the target anywhere? We're blind on the ground. I've got an engine signature. The best I can do, boss. Alright, that looks like... what, maybe an enforcer? The target might make a break for it once you engage, Commander. Be ready to intercept if they run. Alrighty-yo.
Should have brought a coat.
Alright, so they have enemy supporting forces and quite possibly a trap as well. Alright, so we're guessing forces are down over there, so let's go ahead and prepare as best as we are able. We'll bring the Marauder... which way do we go around? I think maybe over here.
Got it.
Alright, we have contact. Let's see, what are we dealing with? 45 tonner. So far, that is acceptable. Bring our other Marauder up front. Our Warhammer. Let's see, lots of small lasers, some medium ER. Okay. We'll see how we do. Also, you will note that the damage says 78 as opposed to the 65 it was originally because of our 20% boost, which is also quite nice for our pulse as well as our small lasers. All of those benefiting from Yeah, those optimized capacitors. So let's bring you... I don't know, we'll spread out for now, and since it doesn't really matter where we put the catapult, we'll hold back and we'll let a forward line see what we can see. Alright, they're coming on in with a light mech, that's okay. We'll go ahead and reserve.
Acknowledged.
Enemy detected.
Alright. Phoenix Hawk. Ah, yes. Fair play. That has some good angles up on that hill, so we will try and deal with that, though. I think first, again, we reserve, and we'll see what we can roll on forwards, and then we'll see what is remaining. So, let's see, a 30-ton, we know it's a 45-ton, a 50-ton, okay.
Yes, Commander.
Well, not enough for a precision strike at this
You have
point.
orders?
Let's maybe... Oh, you know what? Let's maybe get eyes on this target back there, and maybe we can put a pot shot down range.
Moving out.
Oh, and that also shows us another 45. Okay, so let's throw... You know what? For now, it's mainly just about minimizing evasion. Let's just focus all in on the... Actually, no, we're not getting a precision shot. I think we can leave the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, let's just target the Javelin and see what damage we can do with those small percentages. And again, unless we are firing a full Alpha Strike, I don't think we're generating any heat on our Marauder 3D there.
What do you need?
Alright, let's see, the Warhammer's got options. I guess technically we could fire that ERPPC up there. If we get this close, yeah, we're still out of range for a few things.
Commander?
We could go ahead and fire 55%. It's much of a muchness, so you know what? That's not bad. Let's go into cover.
Confirmed.
We'll see if we can get rid of one of their little scouts, and then we'll try and salvage other things elsewhere.
Engaging.
Who knows, if we're particularly lucky, we might even get the kill, and that'll boost our resolve.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see, the Warhammer. Let's move that up, see if we can take some of the heat. And then... what's that, 70, 55, 50... we've got obfuscation, of course. That will cause a few issues with targeting. Yeah, if we swing back over here, that then goes up to 80, 65, and 60. Yeah, there we go. I think that's going to be the way we do this. Let's see if we can get a kill on the little guy. Yeah, he hasn't got a heap of protection.
Engaging target.
Well, right. Never mind. I guess we're not going to get that.
Orders.
Alright, what do we do here? I guess we can move on up. That thing's got a fair bit of maneuver, so I don't expect it to get too... yeah, I don't think it can get behind us, but again, it is what it is. I think we'll focus in on the Javelin just for good measure.
On it.
Again, if we can remove one of these guys from the field, that would be ideal, and we do technically have the firepower to do so. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Just not good enough. Alright, so what's he gonna do? Alright, some shots at our Marauder, that's fine.
Ha! Barely hit me.
Okay, Rannick, you do have the option of a full Alpha Strike on that Phoenix Hawk and remove him from the field, and I think that is probably the play. Yeah, now the question is, do we want to stay up here or do we want to stay slightly over there? 50 tons, 45. You know what? I think we'll try. Yeah, we'll try and rotate around counterclockwise. We'll swing around. I think that's the play. Alright, precision strike. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this headshot. That's a couple of good hits. And that'll do it.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, well, that is good for the initiative. Alright, some minimal LRMs, that's okay. Let's
Yes, Commander.
see what's next. Technically, oh, because we got the kill and we've got so much resolve, we can even go for a second one if we desire. That said, though, I don't think that javelin's really on the menu for something that we care to take care of. I think
Awaiting orders.
what we'll do is maybe we move.
Good to go.
I think maybe we move the catapult forwards. And we'll try and... maybe we hit it with the LRMs, see if we can get a kill this way. And that way
Moving to
everybody else
position.
can sprint up to the ridge line and give us better position on the next turn. Again, not a guarantee, but again,
Solid
worth a
connection on
shot.
that one.
Yeah, good damage, but not quite enough. Looks like we still have both parts of the torso. All three, really. Yeah, that center is not really
What's
scuffed.
the plan?
Alright, fine. I guess we'll, I don't know. We could make a lot of headway here, which could be rather nice.
How might I help?
It's only the two of us left. I feel like we could definitely get a kill if we went for a precision shot, but you know what? I don't think that they're... You know what? I actually doubt that they're going to get too far. Maybe we go ahead and we pick up a little bit of cover, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, and you know what? We're going to go for the precision strike. Yeah, we've got a 35% chance for a headshot. We've got a couple of good weapons. More or less... yeah, any combination of the two will make it work.
Locking on target.
And there we go. We only missed with one weapon.
That would be a kill.
Even then, that hit the torso, so all is good there. Let's get our Warhammer up and running. Let's go... okay, we can't seem to walk over or around that stuff here. Let's go... yeah, let's just go here for now. Actually... yeah, we'll go there. It's fine.
Full throttle.
Probably took the spot we wanted with Cheese Goblin, but that's okay. Alright, what do we see? A Centurion popping over. Okay. Again, minimal indirect fire there.
Good to go.
So what do we do here? We can, again, take some very solid shots against that Centurion. And what do we got back there? 45 tonner? Okay. Let's continue our salvage haul.
Move order received.
Let's go for that precision strike. No cover to be concerned about.
Affirmative.
Yeah, okay. We did get a hit. Again, difficult shot through the trees. We couldn't even see where we were targeting. Ooh, Blackjack coming in with some firepower.
Warning. Armor low.
Yeah, okay. Where did he hit us? So a little bit to the arm and torso. Not too much else. A good chunk of damage off the center, though. Yeah.
Reporting.
Alright, so what do we follow up with? I think just for good measure, we'll probably use the Marauder against the Centurion. Again, try and salvage as much meat as possible. Yeah, we could actually get a full salvo off with our Warhammer against
Receiving
the
you.
others, so I think that's what we'll go for. Let's
Awaiting
bring
orders.
the Marauder up and over. In fact, yeah, we'll go for another headshot here.
Have no doubt it will be done.
Again, it's not like Blackjack's are severely armored. Oh, and we don't actually have the... whoops. I should have double-checked the resolve. Oh, actually, you know what? Even if we got a kill, it wouldn't make a difference. Alright, you know what? I think we can survive one more barrage from him. Let's just start putting fire on target.
Target confirmed.
That'll be all good. Alright, and then... oh, what do we see here? Again, minimal damage with some indirect fire. Okay, it's not an issue. Let's bring our Warhammer up. Let's boost our resolve and take out that Blackjack. And we'll see just how much heat we can make. Yeah, decent chunk right there, but that's fine. 95 across the board, short of the LRMs, which are, well, obviously not SRMs, but we will make them do some work, I suppose. Yep, bye-bye.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, well, I don't think we have too much to worry about. Let's bring Big
Ready
Man.
for orders.
Do we go for anything here? Hang on, let's just double check. LRM 10, medium lasers, large and a small. I guess technically we could go for a headshot. Fire off a salvo and see if we can get lucky. We only need
Copy
one
that.
missile to hit. We've got 40 of them. What are the odds? Not good enough.
Scored a critical hit. Show me your war face.
Alright. Rannick, let's just move on up. This should be an easy kill now.
Moving out.
Let's go ahead and precision strike this thing.
Give him everything I've got.
There we have it. Lethal damage.
One less target.
Okay, so resolve is good. We've
Damn.
technically had a
Let's do
full round for people to cool down. No. Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. Ooh, 60-ton mech. Okay,
Commander.
we'll see what we can do there. Let's go ahead and reserve for a second. We'll try and lure him to us. No signs of reinforcements.
Receiving you.
Reporting.
Let's go.
Waiting for orders.
I don't know. I suppose we may as well sprint. We can't even get into sensor range. So that'll be fine.
Aye,
And then...
aye.
What do we do there? Oh, we're kind of stuck. Okay, we've got to go one way or the other. I think we'll swing around this direction.
Understood. Moving fast.
We should still have a little bit of obfuscation. I don't know whether that's maybe a rifleman? No. No, it wouldn't be. It fired LRMs earlier.
How might I help?
Okay, we can get line of sight, but I don't think we desire this just yet. Let's take a well-covered
As you wish.
position. Oop. What do we see there? Oh, quick draw? Yeah, quick draw, that's what it was. Yes. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and perch our... Alright, it says we'd only get line of sight because we're sprinting. Technically, we would have some decent shots. Yeah, you know, we'll just stand point in center. We're fairly well armored. It'll be fine.
Ready for orders.
Alright, what about you? Can't get those small lasers online just yet. What's his loadout? A couple of mediums, SRMs. I think we bring him to us. Let's reserve. And he runs away. Oh, of course. Okay. But that's okay. He hasn't tried to evac just yet. We'll bring
Standing by.
you over here with a sprint.
Confirmed.
We will catch him if he only moves and we sprint.
Yes, Commander.
Cheese Goblin could probably throw some PPC shots over there. That wouldn't be the worst. Use some of that resolve that we've got. Maybe soften him up for the next round. I think that's how we're going to do this. Yeah. You go ahead and get that done. Let's go for that headshot.
Confirmed.
Target damaged. Concentrate
Alright.
your fire and bring it down.
That's one shot hit. Again, they do have 20% damage reduction, but that does mean that they've only got... Huh, hang on a second. Why on earth is that the case? Did they not get the cover? Why on earth would we have got that? Let's see, maybe like a PPC and a medium laser, maybe both of those hit? I'm not really sure. I guess that could kind of work. I don't know. Either way, makes no difference. We got good damage, that's all that matters. You know what, we'll just go ahead and sprint around. We'll make some options for him to shoot at us.
Standing by.
Big man, we will... I know, we'll move on over and we
my
will
way.
sensor lock him just to mitigate any incoming damage.
Sensors, locked on.
Our target is making a break for it.
Oh, okay. Well, he would be making a break for it. That is true. However, we've got more weapons lined at him, and we're about to go for another precision strike. We can do this twice over with 2 marauders. He's in danger.
Copy that.
But he never knew it. There we go.
Enemy down.
Alright, well, we wiped out the Op 4. Can do extract right now.
Mission successful.
Yeah, I will admit, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for some slightly heavier mechs, but at the same time too, it is what it is. We're still going to come home with a lot of salvage. Alright, extra payment brings us up to 80,000 sea bills. No damage for us to really take note. Good amount of XP for everyone though. And the Warhammer did alright. Alright, so let's bring in our quick draw. That is obviously the main thing. Do have a modified LRM 10, but again, I don't think I really care about that extra little bit of stability and damage. Anything else that's modified? Accuracy and critical, again, that's not bad. But I don't know if it's worth taking over everything else. Yeah, we definitely could use it. I think we do have a stock of medium laser somewhere on a couple of our mechs. But I don't think I care that much. I would rather go and pick up the... Oh, wait a second. The Centurion. We've only got one piece of that. Huh. That's disappointing. We'll take it, though. And then what have we got? 45s. Could take another part of a Blackjack. Could pick up a full Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, look, I guess we take the full Phoenix Hawk. I guess that'll do. Yeah. Alright, what about the other bits of salvage? Because again, we are picking 7, but we still have another 24 to be given. So, Centurion, part of a Javelin, the full Phoenix Hawk, the full Quick Draw, 2 AC2s, 2 large lasers, the modified LRM 10, and the laser. Okay, so we did roll well. And then SRM4s, some heat sinks, and jump jets. Alright, well, it is what it is. I'm certainly not going to complain. I don't know if we'll need it all, but we can always sell it if necessary. Alright, so I guess that's going to mean we can probably pick up another mission. Yeah, I think that will be the case. Alright, best thing is no injuries early on, which is always good. Nothing worse than when we arrive at a new planet and then immediately get one of our MechWarriors knocked out of the fray for a bit. Although, speaking of MechWarriors, if you would like to join on into Leviathan Smart, we are still accepting submissions. All that we're looking for is a first name and a last name if you'd like to join on in. We'd love to see you around. So, yeah, if you're interested, that is always there. Alright, so, quick draw. What do we want to do here? Do we... Fastest, decent weaponry, heat build-ups are an issue. You know what? I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm thinking maybe... I don't know, maybe the Centurion we could drop. What we really need is another mech base, so... You know what? Well, I'm not 100% certain. Let's just go ahead and throw that into storage. We'll do the same with the Phoenix Hawk, and that will do there. Let's also go ahead and make sure that all of our MechWarriors are in tip-top condition for the next mission.
Receiving you.
Nothing for Big Man at this point. Cheese Goblin's almost there.
Waiting for orders.
Not quite. Okay, we can take an upgrade. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Extra melee to hit. Extra recoil reduction. You know, maybe we hold out for the tactics. Actually, that could be rather decent. Yeah, that way we'll have that extra cold chop mastery. That wouldn't be bad, and we're very close. Yeah, okay, we're going to leave that there for now. That was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, all good there. Let's go ahead and check out another contract. So, what do we want to take next? Could go for a battle. There's some solid pay there. 1 million sea bills is not bad. 2.5 skulls, not the end of the world. Let's see. Yeah, it's more of a scouting lance, although it could be a trap. Yeah, keep an eye out for other possible forces. This is against the Capellans. We could make some very decent money. What else have we got? Biological sample, salvage or money. Money is not particularly good there, again, against the Capellans. Do we have anything for the Capellans before we start losing out? Yes, we do. Okay, so we have this one here for lodgement. So let's see. Before we can begin, supplies down to the surface, a facility that needs to be taken. Yeah, capture the facility and hold it. Okay, let's see. Oh, again, no intel yet again. Okay, so we know it's going to be a hot AO, and no idea where we are. Capture a well-defended military base and hold it against counterattack. 6 bits of salvage, though. That could be good. Again, do we reckon it's worth... I don't know. If we go towards the middle, we could score ourselves... Actually, maybe this is what we do. I want money, because obviously the more money we have, the more choices we have when we get to the black market. I think what we do here is... yeah, we'll actually take a half and half. We'll capture the base. We can still pick a full mech, so if we get good salvage, we're sorted. But it also means if they just throw random garbage at us, it's not here nor there. So yeah, we can salvage the best. We can still get good pay. I think this is what we do. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it. Again, if they have a super good mech, that's awesome. If not, it's not a big deal either. So again, capture the base, the Marauders. Honestly, I think this could be a good plan. The Warhammer. We are in a desert biome, so that does make it a little bit less good for heat sinking. So, yeah, that heat efficiency, maybe we drop the Warhammer. The Atlas isn't bad. Well, again, heat efficiency is not amazing, but again, that firepower is truly absurd. And I guess it's only really bad if we get close enough to fire all that short-range stuff. So let's just double check. We have, what's that, 36 over... Actually, what is that? 51 heat sinking. Yeah. I feel like we can probably fire both of our snubs because, again, what is it? I believe it's 20% off. Yeah, 20% off weapon heat. That's a total of 70. Yeah, or well, I guess, well, 1/5 of 35, that'd be 7, so that'd be 14 off in total. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. And then the AC5 is also not exactly huge on heat. Yeah, maybe we bring the Atlas for something a little bit of fun. Yeah, I'm thinking that's maybe where we go. We also do have a Hunchback, which we have not played around with. We have that coil and that AC20. But it is 2.5. You know what? Yeah, and that heat efficiency is absolutely abysmal. What we're going to do is we're going to shuffle everything down by 1. That'll be fine. And I think we'll bring the Atlas. Yeah, it's what we'll do. And we'll pilot that. We've got some extra damage reduction and some breaching shot as well, just in case. And that also pushes us up higher for our XP to be able to afford the extra tactics. Alright, I think that is the way to go.
Warriors, prepare for combat.
Okay, so our objective is to capture the local government military facility. Commander, we're preparing a series of operations on Paya. However, before we can begin, we need to secure lodgement to bring military units and supplies down to the surface. We've identified a local government military facility that will be ideal for our purposes. We need you to land a strike force, capture the facility, and hold it until we can bring our own people to secure the location. Because this operation is covert and on an extremely tight schedule, you'll be inserting with no topographical intel. Alright, well, we're going to land in a hot AO with no idea where we are, capture a well-defended military facility, and hold it against counterattack. What could go wrong? I don't know, but the only way to find out is to dive right on in. Alright, I don't like dropping dark like this. We need some eyes on target. Any thoughts? Let me look. Okay, this seems like a good vantage point. You should be able to see the facility from here. Alright, no signs of anything yet. Roger, Commander. Move up to the location Maya indicated, and we'll make a plan from there. Alright, well, good news is we do have some indirect fire with our catapult, so that should mean we are able to take out some turrets if we can spot any. That's a dead end up over there. Alright, we'll go... Let's swing over to the left. I guess we'll chuck you over there.
Certainly.
The catapult will just keep nice and chilled. Alright, let's start scouting with that
Enemy
Atlas.
detected.
Oh, and we have contacts. Okay, assault turrets. Oh, joys to behold. Alright, we're not going to get eyes on. Okay, so let's swing. Where do we go?
What's the plan?
You know what? Let's go with Cheese Goblin. Let's swing you out over to the left here. Because you've got some long-range weaponry. We might be able to target that. Rannoch, we're going to quickly move you up over here.
Order received.
And the catapult, well, it doesn't really matter where you go. Alright, so first turn.
What do you need?
We can get eyes on a target, or maybe even both, and I think that that would be ideal. So let's shuffle on up.
Location confirmed.
Oh, and let's see what we're dealing with. We have a 55-ton mech, a 50-ton mech, a 20-ton mech, heavy LRMs with twin LRM-15s and twin LRM-10s. Yikes. Heavy shredder turret with an AC-20, 2 SRM-6s, and 4 flamers. Wow. Okay. That is not particularly ideal. Alrighty-o. Well, let's, hang on a second. Let's see if we... You know, let's just take a shot at the heavy shredder turret. I definitely want to start putting some damage on. That thing's got a fair bit of... Actually, you know what? Maybe we go for the LRMs. That could be... never mind. Let's just fire. Let's do what we can. Alright. Probably should have held out to let these guys get a little closer. Looks like they got a disco hunchback as well. Good thing we've got some mild cover from those rocks. Yeah, they're definitely prepared for us. What have we got here? 45-ton, a 20-ton. Okay, so nothing too dangerous. I'm more concerned about that hunchback and the Wolverine after those turrets.
Awaiting orders.
But we know those turrets are the priority, so let's go. Yeah, 2 PPC shots. You know, we can get that medium laser on target as well. We do need to take that thing down. We also have... Oh man, these things have a lot of hit points, but you know what? Good thing we have an Atlas. That'll always make our life a bit easier. Let's start targeting that turret here, and we'll start softening that up. I think that's the best way we can do as much damage as possible. Yeah. I don't think it's worth firing elsewhere.
Confirmed.
Alright, well, I'm glad that worked. Also, too, we do know that destroying the building underneath them does not destroy the turrets. So, that is not an option for us, as much fun as that may be. Alright, line on up and just take some good shots at distance. From a safe distance. I think that's not a bad plan. So what do we have there? We need 107 points of damage. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe we fire half and half and we split the targets, and then with the Atlas we'll split a little bit of our fire as well. Yeah, alright, so you've got... We'll need... What's that? If we fire the 4x20, that's 80. That'll leave them with... What? Oh, actually, never mind. Maybe we don't. I don't think I can count. That's, what, 160... 162, so we could destroy it in one. Well, this one here is 100. Yeah, no. Let's not be silly. Let's just take this out once and for all. We've got 180 damage. It's slightly more than we need, but that is good enough, if you ask me.
Affirmative.
All right, and we got a free stray
One
shot.
left turret.
All right, well that will do. All right, so that's those. I don't know if that's going to be all of them. Let's get our Atlas up into position. So what do we need here for the kill? We need 107, so let's just round that to 110. Technically a snub PPC could do it. Yeah, I think we'll fire the one with extra damage. That should be more than enough. And then we can split. I don't know, we could send the AC-5 over here. Send the AC-5s at... yeah, okay. Hang on a second. Let's just go A, B, C. Okay, so the AC-5 we can shuffle off to the Hunchback. That'll do nicely. The snub PPC with 5x25, that's 125 total, which is more than we need. 5x20 is unfortunately only 100, so we will send that at our other one. Mitigating all damage reduction, that should be some kills.
Engaging multiple targets.
And apparently not. Okay, that's my bad. I guess it's kind of like a cluster thing, so not all of them hit.
Warning.
Yeah.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
That's my bad. Alright. Hopefully we don't pay for that with all of those LRMs. Alright, this Locust is going to zip on in. That's going to be annoying, but that's fine. And apparently, this thing didn't shoot. How peculiar.
Commander.
Alright, well, you know what? I am not going to argue with this thing. Let's move on up, and I think we'll go for the... What have you got? Silly amounts of things. Annoying, but I think it's manageable. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's aim for the Hunchback. I think at least if we don't get the kill, we could theoretically take out that torso, and that would be quite the grievance for them, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, there's Facility Commander, as we expected. It's heavily defended. Be cautious. I'm seeing more mech engine signatures approaching the base. Looks like there's going to be more company coming. Yep. Oh, and turrets are powering up. Okay.
You need to secure the area, Commander. I'm still seeing hostile contacts on screen.
Yep, I am not surprised. I am well and truly aware. Let's go for the kill. Let's see what we can do here.
Taking the shot.
Alright, pilot is gone.
That's a kill.
Kill the meat, save the metal. There we go. Wolverine. Again, a lot less damage than what that Hunchback probably would have done.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Alright, here comes the Phoenix Hawk. It did only run. That's a good chunk of damage there, actually. Kind of surprised it didn't use its jump jets, but I'm okay with the fact that it did not. Yeah, that's half our armor gone off our left arm. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
What do we do here? I think at this point... Oh, well, oh, you know what? That's not a bad plan. Hang on a second. Let's just think. Yeah, we swing on up over here. Got some pretty decent resolve. We could go for... Maybe we send the medium laser against the turret just to make sure that that dies, and then... Yeah, I think we're going to split our fire here. Yeah. I don't know if it's great, but it's what we've got. I am aware that these guys have jump jets and they might get behind us, but it's what we're running with. So, we're going to go ahead and put... What do we do? You know, we might actually get initiative before that Phoenix Hawk, potentially. Yeah, I know we get better odds against that Wolverine, This guy could be annoying, and he's got a... Actually, you know what? Not as much as I thought, but still enough to be a pain. Let's go A, B, and C. We'll do the 2 small lasers against the locust. Who knows? Maybe we could clear out a leg. No? Could pop off an arm. That'll have to do. And then medium laser stays against A. Yeah, and then I think we go against the Phoenix Hawk with the rest and impair his senses. Either that or do we just ignore the locust? You know what? That's actually fairly minimal benefit. You know, let's back on out and we'll start... we'll start from scratch. We'll send medium laser and 2 PPCs over at those targets. That is the way that we're going to do it. Yeah. Medium laser against the turret to destroy that, and then enough to mess up their sensors a little. The locust can do whatever the locust wants.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright, good. We've got that kill. That's our main issue sorted. Got another good shot there. Also, too, we need to be careful of if they are shredder turrets back there as well.
Waiting for orders.
If they have sniping turrets or something like that, that could be quite scary. I don't think they'll have line of sight over here, but they may against Rannoch here. Yeah, I hadn't considered that before. Okay, well, we'll go... What do we do? I suppose we could just stay up here, put some LRMs on the Wolverine, maybe some LRMs on the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, I suppose. Do we just want to cut down their evasion? I don't know, we could almost take out that Phoenix Hawk this turn if we hit that hard enough. What a center torso, I only need 110 damage. You know what? That actually could be the better play here rather than going for the Wolverine. Let's just try and kill the Phoenix Hawk.
Engaging with target.
Yeah, very, very unsteady. Okay, so they must have a laser turret at the back there. That's the only way they could have shot us with that. Or at least a shot at us. And then... what do we do with the Atlas here? Got some decent shots. Also some decent shots. Man, I wish I had eyes on that turret back there, but I am not going to find out for a bit. Let's go... Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll fire the SRMs at the Phoenix Hawk. And maybe the AC-5, just enough to knock it over. And then the rest will fire against the Wolverine. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll keep the AC-5 there. That does... How much stability damage? 30 stability, which I think is fairly decent. Yeah, and then we'll fire the SRMs too, and then the rest... We're going to try and soften that Wolverine quite drastically. Actually, you know what? Let's be smart. Let's just make sure we kill that Phoenix Hawk if possible. There we go. That'll be fine. The rest will just unsettle this fellow.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, well, we didn't quite get the kill. Did get the knockdown, which I guess was the main thing. That guy's got sensors impaired as well. Armor has been reduced. Oh, LRMs. I had not thought of LRMs. I was thinking direct fire before. Alright, let's get this done. The locust looks like it has to come around. Don't know what that was. Had some weird little bits there. But yeah, that Marauder closed the gap. That's very nice.
Yes, Commander.
Let's go... You know what? That'll get eyes on. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll take care of the Wolverine. That'll give us an ability to take out that turret. Someone else can clean up the Locust, and then hopefully we'll have a turn before the Phoenix Hawk gets back up again. Yeah.
Move into position.
Yeah, I think that's how we'll do this. Let's go ahead and take this precision shot.
This should be good.
That's a couple of... Yep. Couple
Enemy
of
down.
aimed right at the pilot. That will do. Alright, Phoenix Hawk does get back up again. Again, not the be all and end all. At the end of the day, he's going to have some terrible shooting penalties. No use of jump jets. Oh, and he's putting some targeting on the Atlas. Well, fair enough then. Okay, that's all good if you ask me. Alright, so, what to follow up with?
Orders?
Definitely need to take out that heavy LRM turret. I'm not dealing with that for a second round. Actually, how much do we get there? That's, what? Yeah, 232. That is not enough that we can take out in a single barrage. How's the Phoenix Hawk doing? You know what? That's almost dead. Yeah, maybe we just go ahead and we target him. Maybe move on up. Again, it's not like 70% is alright. What have we got if we stand still? 75? If we move anywhere else, does that change? Sort of. Actually, it gets progressively worse. I think we're in the best spot as is. Alright, well then, maybe we just go for the kill on the Phoenix Hawk. That'd be fine. And then, yeah, we ignore the Locust for now, and then we get to the heavy LRM turret with the Atlas. I think that's how we do it.
Firing on target. Solid connection on that one.
Okay, well, apparently it does continue to live. If we had just hit that torso over that arm, that would have been ideal. Then that definitely would have worked out well.
You have orders?
Of course, Cheese Goblin. What do you do? Well, we could technically shoot it. But then be going through more armor than I would care. Could just take it out. Yeah, well, we gotta do what we gotta do, hey? Actually, you know what? Can we even... Oh, no, it's just in an awkward spot. I was hoping maybe we could see that turret end at the same time. Ooh, hold your horses. Medium laser, 2 small lasers. Could we do that? We would be shooting him in the back. So let's see, 40, 65. It's unlikely. Yeah. Although I guess if we shot it, I don't know. 2 small lasers to the right rear torso, and then, yeah, it's just not going to kill it. Almost need to take out its leg. Alright, well, I guess what we've got is what we've got. Let's move. Actually, we want to hit that left side if possible, so let's move. Let's move over here. We'll show our left side to the turret. And then we'll go... Yeah, because this leg here... That's the right leg, yeah. All that we need is 62 points of damage. We can do our small lasers. You know, let's just send a singular PPC over at the Locust. That'd be more than enough for a kill. Yeah, I think that's the way that we plan this out. Heat is going to get rather high, but that's okay. If we can take out their spotting, they can't do much with their other weapons.
Piece of cake.
There we go, just what we ordered. And not quite what we were after,
That's a critical hit.
but pretty solid nonetheless. Alright. Laser turret doing damage. And then, you know what? We don't even need to get the kill here. Oh, yes, we do. We have line of sight. I forgot about that. And it's only the AC-5 that can do anything. Okay, that is a huge issue, but it is not going to change one way or the other. Man, we must just be outside of that snub PPC range. That is an annoyance. Alright, well, let's just move on up. That's all we got. And then, what do we see here? 50, 75 points in center torso. Alright, well, let's go ahead and we'll go multi-target. We'll fire off the AC-5 because there's no reason not to. Then against you, that's a little bit of overkill. Obviously, the MGs are going to stay online. That's fine. Let's see. We'll turn off one snub PPC. In fact, maybe we turn off... Actually, that'll cool us down just by turning off the rest. That's not bad. That said, though, that does do a huge amount of damage, and the odds aren't terrible. Actually, how much does this do? 8 heat apiece? That'll keep us heat neutral. Would fire off some SRMs. That could be a bit of overkill as well. You know what? I think we keep the lasers, the 2 lasers, and we drop the snubs. That way, yeah, between the SRMs, that should do a good amount of damage. The MGs should do some damage, and so should the medium lasers. I think it's the best percentages that we've got, and yeah, best heat efficiently, so...
Engaging multiple targets.
We'll put that damage on target. I don't know if it'll do much. That Locust, yeah, MG explosion.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yeah, ammo does make it a little harder, and then unfortunately... Rannick's in a bad spot there. That is my fault.
They don't like me at all.
That is definitely my fault, but it is
What do you need?
something we can handle. So what we are going to do is we're going to shuffle on forwards. We're not going to get the
On my
objective
way.
just yet. We'll go ahead and... Oh, we can actually go for a full salvo. Yeah, you know what? Why not? I don't see any bad plan in that. How much will we do? 110, 165, 200, 225. That is enough for a... Actually, no, it's still not enough for a kill. Yeah.
Locked on target.
We'll do what we can. That's all good. What we're going to do, though, is we'll have... Yeah, we'll probably have a turn before we engage with other mechs, so I'm not too concerned about
Reporting.
the heat. As for you, my friend, let's just...
Commander,
let's just move the catapult forwards.
copy that.
We'll focus our fire on the one in the distance. That should be fine.
Got it.
Alright, and that leaves us with, what's that, 20 points of damage and 7 points...
Yes,
sorry,
Commander.
20 points of structure and 7 points of structure. That means we can easily just bring our Marauder over here. We can fire the medium laser at one and the PPC at the other. That'll be 2 kills, minimal heat generation, and we can be all sorted. So that's... let's turn off that PPC, thank you. There we go. So we'll even get to cool down. That'll be a kill on either one.
Splitting fire on multiple targets.
Just what we wanted. Alright. Turrets are
One
down.
less turret.
Also, too, with the turrets down, we should get a nice little boost to our money making, I'm
I've got
hoping.
eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Oh.
They're heading your way.
Okay. Contacts moving on up. What do we find? 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're making decent progress. Looks like they're mediums. Yeah, 40, 45, 50, 45.
Receiving you.
Alright, you know what? I actually think we reserve. I don't think that they can get line of sight on us. If anything, it'll be the Atlas, which,
Aye, aye. Holding.
well, that's not going to be an issue for us.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so, do we move and shoot, or do we go for a... Yeah, let's go for a bit of a run. I think we can happily cool down. That'll give us some solid cover, some solid evasion. I think that is sufficient.
I copy.
That should open up a clean kill on the next turn. What do we see here? A Hunchback 4P as well. Another Phoenix Hawk. An Assassin. And a Blackjack. Okay, well, some interesting choices.
You have orders?
We'll go... I'm actually tempted to take a shot. We do have a lot of resolve. Yeah, look, you know what? We're going to go ahead and... What do we shoot at? Everyone is guarded. I guess we go for the Hunchback. Yeah, I guess we'll go for the Hunchback. It's going to increase our heat a little bit, but... You never know. It could be worth it. Yeah, there we go. We can get a full salvo. Let's see if we can take care of this guy before he acts.
Target confirmed.
Alright, we did get that injury.
That hit something good.
Question, PPC or medium laser? That looks like that was a mixture of both. Yeah. Or maybe, actually, you know what? Hang on a second. 45, 55. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that damage reduction definitely saved his life.
Ready for orders.
Let's go ahead and move our catapult forwards.
Position confirmed.
Let's see. Do we fish for the headshot, or do we just mix up a little bit of the damage? You know what? I think we mix up our damage a little bit. We'll fire the... Yeah, we'll fire the regular LRM-20 at the Hunchback, because again, we only need that to hit. Whereas the damage, I think we'll aim for... Actually, we'll see between B and C. So that's 75 or 85. Sure. Let's go for the Phoenix Hawk, I guess.
I copy.
Alright, no headshot there, that's fine. Alright, and now it's time for the big stompy Atlas. We can get eyes on there with an AC-5, and that will cool us all the way back down. Yeah, you know what? I'm cool with that idea. We get to lose all of our heat, and, well, we get our breaching shot. And if anybody walks around that corner, they're going to have a bad time of this. Alright. Couple of stray... Sorry, not a couple. A stray shot popped through. That's annoying. That should then mean... How are we doing on the armor? 138. Okay, we're doing okay. 75 on the left torso. That left arm's a little bit... Yeah, questionable. Got some good shots on target. The assassin is going to be annoying, but I think we can handle it. Let's just show... actually, hang on a second. If we're not getting our small lasers in on this, let's go as far as we can. There we go. That way we'll cover that left side with as much protection as possible. We can still take out... actually, hang on a second. Cheese Goblin Initiative 2. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's fine. We'll just go ahead and move here.
On my way.
Let's go precision shot. That'll do. Let's finish it off. Feels a little bit of overkill since we only need a small hit. But again, yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Copy that.
Okay, and it looks like only one weapon did hit the head, so
Down.
definitely glad that we did try that out. Alright, Assassin against the Marauder. Our 3D, that is A-OK. That is much better armored.
Barely hit, Commander.
Alright, Blackjack using jump jets. Ooh. Wow, okay, our armor holds. That's ideal. Very ideal. What are we looking at? 62... Yeah, it looks like that leg took a bit of a hit, and so did the right torso. But again, that was the plan.
What's the plan?
Alright, let's move... Phoenix Hawk or Assassin? Which one would we rather take shots at? I think we'll go for the Phoenix Hawk, because that can probably jump around and shoot us in the back otherwise. Although... Oh, our heat's getting up there. You know what? Let's hold our horses for a second. We'll reserve. What can our Atlas target? Let's see what we can do. Alright, so we've got some good shots here. Actually, we've got good shots no matter where we want to go, short of the blackjack. Okay, that's not the be-all and end-all.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's move. Yeah, let's take our shots on that Phoenix Hawk. Again, it's not like any of this really matters, so let's just point forwards. Precision strike again. We'll go for the headshot. Obviously, the heat's a little bit high, so we'll drop off a PPC. Oh, actually, we lose heat. Yeah, and we still have as many weapons as possible. That'll do.
Locking on target.
No damage reduction, but it looks like he lives. Let's see, how did that play out? We hit that right torso. Okay. Well, that is the... Oh, they have 2 vectored thrust kits. Of course they do. Okay, well, let's make sure...
Receiving you.
Let's get this catapult up and over. We'll go...
Location confirmed.
Do we just focus on the Phoenix Hawk and try and make sure that that thing dies? I think that's the best play.
Roger. Inflicted some heavy damage.
Alright, so that'll do pretty good. And then let's go ahead and... Why do you... Oh, there we go. We can technically get eyes on. I think this is the way we'll go. Oh, and you know what? He's a gunner. He will have some extra hit. No, no, he won't. I was thinking he was a, what do we call it? Defender. He should only have 1 hit point of health left. So if we knock him over, we're all good. So let's just send a snub in the AC5. That should be sufficient. And the rest we can put against that assassin. That's how we'll do this. Alright, so we'll target the assassin first and him as an afterthought. AC5 to the Phoenix Hawk and the snub PPC with minimal damage, because again, it's the stability damage that we are going after. So that'll be 25. 25 stability, 55 stability. I think that's a fair play. Yeah, alright. Let's, do we send the SRMs just to be safe? You know what, I'd rather make sure that he definitely falls over. We'll send some SRMs for good measure.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, intercept system destroyed. That's nice. Oh, got another head injury. That's nice.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Knockdown? Is that a knockout? Yes, it is. Okay, well, we chose very good there. We did exactly what we were after. Assassin moving on in. Yeah, to be expected. Good thing is we have cover and guarded.
Hits, Commander.
We'll go ahead and... heat is an issue, but again, we're going to make sure that we take this blackjack down as quickly as possible. We'll move across. We'll go for a precision strike. Again, of course, we need to drop off, say, the... Actually, it's probably the pulses that are the issue. How much... Yeah, we'll drop off a pulse. Medium laser as well. Oh, actually, what are we doing? Let's drop a regular medium laser. Okay, and then the pulse. That should be enough. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we'll drop off the 2 medium lasers. That'll be sufficient. Maximizes the damage that we do. That'll do.
I copy.
And if we don't get the kill, which we have our other Marauder to help out since we did slow down his initiative there.
Reporting.
Alright, let's go and reserve for a second. And then
How might I help?
let's get our catapult
Moving
to
out.
fire some LRMs. We'll cut down his initiative, maybe even knock him over.
Copy that. Think I hit something good.
Then I think what we do here, let's roll up the big guy and put that assassin down with extreme prejudice. So let's drop, oh, you know what? The 2 medium lasers are probably worth dropping. Yeah, we'll keep both snubs, the AC-5, the SRMs. Why not? And just to make sure he knows that he's definitely targeted, let's... There we go. Actually, you know what? No. We'll target the head. I know it's only a 5% chance, but at the same time too, just so he realizes which way the guns are leveling.
Engaging target.
Alright, dropship inbound for landing. We're getting in and out quick. Alright. Oh, and I almost forgot. We need to go ahead and capture the base. That is all fine and dandy. We'll quickly swing you over there.
Move into position.
Everybody can regroup
Of course.
for pickup as well. It just
Roger.
makes sense. Alright, there we go. All
Acknowledged.
I understand.
all good. Alright, we are in control of the area, Commander. I'll signal the Capellan forces to begin their landing. Good work. Okay.
Mission successful.
So, yeah, it's, I think we made the right choice when it came to the contract. Obviously, we could have got a lot more money if we had have just focused on the sea bills, which again, I don't think would have been a bad play, but again, we could have potentially come across a much better mech. So, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. But either way, we do get 2 10% increases, bringing our money up to 631,000 sea bills. We do get a whole heap of XP, no injuries and no structure damage, which is the very good thing about it all. And then, yeah, we still get to take an entire mech home, and I think we'll take... what do we want? Yes, we'll take the Wolverine. That's the heaviest thing there. Are there any modified weapons? Oh my goodness, there's a lot of... I could go for some extra damage, but again, that's not the be-all and end-all. Small laser, extra damage, that's actually quite nice. Yeah, I'll actually take that. We might want that for one of our mechs. And then... I guess we will continue with the, Oh, do we finish off another mech, or do we just go... No, let's go for tonnage over salvage. We'll still get some other bits and bobs. Looks like they gave us a full Phoenix Hawk, which is nice. We've got our full Wolverine, which is very nice. AC2, medium lasers, our fancy small laser, and a few heatsinks. Alright, well, not too bad at all. I think that is quite a respectable haul for the mission. That also means that we're still very close to finishing another one of each mech that we just picked up, which is very, very nice. Alright, so with that, that's another 2,500 XP. That should be good for probably myself. Yeah. Other than that, I think we're looking pretty good. Again, very glad that we do not have to swing one of our mechs by Yang.
That mech is ready to fight.
Alright, so let's go ahead and throw those into storage. We'll save those for a rainy day. As for our skills, let's just quickly do once over.
Orders?
Big man's all good.
Yes, Commander.
Cheese Goblin, here we go. We can either go for the extra health or the extra indirect fire. Health is what we'll do just to make sure that wounds are less damaging.
Yes, boss. Orders?
Oh,
How's it going?
Cosmo, you've actually got enough experience here. Did we want to go for that tactics upgrade? I feel like we did want that. We've got 1, 2... Yeah, maybe that is worth going for. We've already got 1, 2 of a breaching shot. Sure. Let's go ahead and we'll pick that up for you. That should be nice. Yep.
MechWarrior training complete.
So we'll leave that there.
Yep.
As for Hawk, you're still out of commission. And then for myself, there we go. We can get that cold shot mastery. That will be very, very good. Alright, well, that's where we're going to call things for today. We've got a few more good contracts coming up. So, yeah, we're going to have to make some decisions. Salvage or money? Very, very difficult choice to make. Especially with something like this. Look at that. 3 at max salvage, 1.1 million otherwise. It could be really, really good for business. But either way, if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.